Hi, and welcome to this week's mini pick a card reading. So I do these every Wednesday, and they're called mini pick a card readings because we're using mini cards and because each pile is pretty quick. Okay, we have three Rider-Waite Tarot in each pile and one Isis Oracle card. Okay, so we've got 4 cards for each pile, and our question today is, what are they feeling right now? Okay, so you can think about any person that you want, okay? And what we're going to be looking at is, what are they feeling? It's not necessarily about the relationship, it's just what's going on with them emotionally. And that can give some really great insight into their behavior and their character and why they've been acting the way that they've been acting recently, okay? This is timeless, so no matter what time you watch it, it's going to be valid for whoever it is that you're thinking about. And also understand that I get a lot of questions involving love, so if there is anything that comes up that has to do with love, I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna start talking about it. Okay, so do understand that that's kind of like a specialty that I have, and so it's kind of difficult for me to just suppress that. Anyway, that said, I think I've explained everything well. We're gonna assign the piles right now, okay? Pile number 1 is this glitter brown. Pile number 2 is purple. Pile number 3 is black. Pile number 4 is white. Pile number 5 is pink. Pile number 6 is the cat eye. Pile number 7 is the green. Pile number 8 is the red. And pile number 9 is the blue. Okay, so as you guys are thinking about the person or people you want to ask about, and you're picking your pile or piles, there's no rules there. I just wanted to mention that, these are general readings. Obviously, there's only, I can only really say so much, and I am talking to a public audience. So if you would like a private reading, you can see information about that in the description. You can also see all sorts of other information, like how to contact me, where I am on different sites like Facebook, where my website is, and other things like that. Also, the timestamps will be there, although I try to post a comment as soon as possible so that you guys can see it in the pinned comment as well. Alright guys, I think I've covered everything, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1, and if you haven't picked your pile yet, go ahead and pause the video, think about it, and then you can resume once you've picked. Alright guys, so I'm going to move a couple of these piles just a little bit to the side so that I can get all of your cards in the... Okay, so we've got the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so your person is thinking a lot about resources. They feel like they kind of need to reevaluate their resources, okay? And they also feel like in some kind of situation there's not a very good give and take. They feel like they're not getting their needs met, basically. We do have the 2 of Cups here, though, and so understand that romance and becoming part of a couple is very much on their mind. They're taking it seriously. Whatever this relationship is, they're taking it very, very seriously. It could be a business partner, but given where they are with the Pentacles over here, I feel like this is a relationship. Okay, so the Isis Oracle card is Temple of Carnelian. So basically, they're at a point right now where they want to take some risks that feel true to their heart, okay? And it's not only that, but they're becoming more and more comfortable with their own authentic self. Different people go through that at different stages. Some people never go through it, but your person, the person you're thinking about, is kind of practicing being authentic, and so they're going to be standing in that authenticity, and it's really important for them to express who they are when they do it, okay? And this will be pretty quickly, okay? After this reading, I would say somewhere between like up to 2 or 4 weeks from now, okay? So this could even happen today through 2 to 4 weeks from now, okay? It's pretty fast, okay? So yeah, I think that the key here is that the biggest concern is resources, not getting what they need, trying to kind of take a break and think about, you know, how are they going to organize their material, like wealth or whatever it is that they do have. And then the thing that's kind of lifting them up right now is their feelings about a romantic relationship that they really want to make happen. They really want it to come together. They want to take it to a next level. All right, guys? Okay, on to pile number 2, the purple. So your wow, okay, so your person is, we've got the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So your person's pretty balanced right now, okay, when as far as what they're thinking. Not only have they kind of mastered their feelings here, and I'm just switching them around so it'll make a little bit more sense. Not only have they mastered their feelings here, and they're very receptive, and they're more open to being emotional at this point in their life, you know, but they're also coming up with new ideas, and that's feeling really exciting for them. They feel really good about what's going on in the public area of their life, okay? And even the introverts in this group, you know, are even feeling good about basically how the public is receiving their idea, or how the public is receiving their character traits, okay? This person genuinely has a desire to learn more and more. They will seek out knowledge no matter what, but they also have this very deep well of feeling as well, and that wants to be expressed right now. I'm not saying that it's going to be expressed, but it really wants to. So if you're in a situation where you want your person to express more emotions for whatever reason, know that they're very receptive to that right now. If you want to go ahead and ask like open-ended questions like, you know, how are you feeling right now, or whatever, they'd come forward with a pretty hefty amount of emotion there, okay? And then the Ace of Swords again, we've got some new ideas and all of that kind of stuff. I kind of feel like that's pretty much the norm for your person anyway, though, given their love of knowledge. But it feels like there's like a new cycle's beginning with their mind, like they have a new phase, maybe something new that they're interested in. And the Isis Oracle card that we have is Soul Retrieval, okay? So basically, you know, basically what they're doing also is they're going through a healing process of the psyche right now, okay? And that's probably why they're feeling a little bit more open to emotion. It's because it's like what they're doing is they're healing some of their past trauma. This might be something that they've discussed with you, but it's like they're building up a better appreciation of and a better relationships with the public, you know. I know I keep repeating that. What I mean is that they're feeling a greater sense of being connected to other people, basically, okay? They don't feel so isolated. They don't feel so like before they were feeling more kind of like a stranger in a strange land kind of thing, right? And now they're feeling like they fit in a little bit more, you know? They're healing this, okay? The healing is still going on, so there's gonna be some times when they might be a little cranky and all of that, but in general, you know, they're really growing up, they're maturing, they're really thinking about their place in the world, their place in the public. They like the ideas that they have, and they're also going to be starting some new ideas as well, okay? So that's what's going on with your person. All right, pile number 3, those of you who picked the black. Here's what's going on with your person. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands, so we have the King of Wands, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. So, we've got a lot of passion here, a lot of sexual energy, a lot of passion, a lot of kind of theatrics, you know. This person really wants to take some action. They really want to get something done. And they might seem like really stressed out because of it, but it's not so much that it's like they're, the way that they're expressing themselves isn't out of anger or out of even fear. It's out of like excitement. They want to explore something. They want to explore this creative project. And I feel like you, the viewer, is somehow involved with this creative project as well. This could also be just like an over-eagerness of expressing sexuality. I don't feel like that's true for most of you. While you are dealing with somebody who's definitely very passionate, very fiery, that kind of thing, this person, you know, this person basically, like, the energy I'm getting is more creative endeavor, more like, let's create something together, let's take action, we got to do something about this finally. And then this Two of Pentacles, straight up, I'm not getting so much about the Two of Pentacles in this imagery as much as I'm getting like, this is somebody who's kind of far away from you. This person isn't, maybe they're a different age, okay? Maybe they're you know, maybe there's a big age difference between the two of you, or big for you. Maybe they aren't living in the same city as you, or the same state, or the same the same county, the same country, you know, that kind of thing. It could be that, or it could just be that they've been distant from you lately, okay? For very few of you, this person is also somebody who's just having some difficulties keeping track of all the things that they need to take care of. Now, given that this person is really excited to start something new, I think this is really, really, you know, it's going to be, there's not a whole lot of you where this person is also feeling kind of overwhelmed, because most people don't want to start something new and aren't this excited about it if they've already got too much on their plate, okay? And then we have the High Priestess here. Okay, this is going to be very similar to what it would mean in the tarot, but I do want to mention that this is not just about like using intuition and being kind of maybe mysterious that the High Priestess in the tarot shows, but it's also like this person is it's like a mystery is being cleared away. Like, the way that I imagine it is that there's like a mystery underneath like fog, and the fog, it's like they've been digging through it like this, and they finally found like the box that the mystery is in, right? And they're like in the process of opening the box, and it's like I feel like they're about to go through, in addition to this creativity, another like aha moment where things are gonna click and they're gonna just get on another level. And if this hasn't been expressed at that point, it's almost gonna feel manic, you know, but it's not clinical. It's not clinical like that. It's just gonna feel like this huge urgency to just get this thing out. It's like they're right on the brink of creating something that's really, really impactful. Okay, so yeah, they're definitely gaining a lot of clarity. Okay, I mean, that's it. They're gaining clarity, and you can see, you know, one way of looking at where somebody is in their mental state is looking at the sky, and there aren't any clouds in any of these skies. So yeah, I mean, they're gaining a lot of clarity. They have clarity. These are the kinds of people that if they've been kind of sitting on something for a while, they're going to suddenly get, oh, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to act in this situation. This is my method for moving forward. So if this is a person who you're kind of waiting like for, well, what's going to happen? What's the next thing? You know, they're about to tell you, you know, they're at least about to figure it out, and then they're going to do it. Okay. So either they're going to tell you or they're going to demonstrate it for you. All right. Okay. Hi, pile number 3. Those of you who picked the white. We have the Knight of Swords, the Sun, and the 8 of Coins. Somebody is hard at work, but also enjoying it. Okay, so here's the deal. This person's playing 3 different roles when we're looking at this, okay? First, we've got the Knight of Swords, somebody who has something to say, somebody who kind of wants to move quickly to say it, somebody with a message, okay? They've got something that they really want to say. For some of you, it's going to be like a personal message between maybe even you and this person. Or it might be a message between them and one other person. but it's like they really want to say this thing because it's really important to them. For some of you guys, it's going to be like basically a message they have that they want to share with the world, you know. This person might be on YouTube. This person might be about to, maybe they're about to give a speech of some sort. Maybe they're an author. You know, maybe they're about to make a post on Facebook, you know. I mean, it could be something small too, but it's like they've just got something really important to say, something they need to get off their chest, okay? So it's going to be a little bit different from the norm. That it's going to feel more like, okay, this person's put a lot of thought into this, and this is, you know, obviously an important subject for this person, okay? So that's, you know, that's going on. I also feel like they're generally a very good communicator as well. We also have the Sun, okay? This is going to brighten up the other cards in here, okay? So we've got the Knight of Swords. What they're going to say is going to be clear, okay? Because the Sun, it illuminates things. It sheds light on things. So the way that they talk, even though it obviously will be, you know, charged with that kind of urgency we see in this Knight of Swords card, it'll also be clear. People will understand it, okay? Also, they're gonna be wanting to be more playful lately. They're really feeling, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, it's like they're really feeling that approaching spring. You know, they really, you know, they're feeling really happy right now. So that's the bottom line of how they're feeling. And then we also have them working really, really hard, but it feels like they're working hard for something that's going to pay off, okay? So we've got somebody who's communicating, somebody who's working, somebody who feels like they're having a lot of fun. These are different roles, and it's a really appropriate. The card they got was the Goddess of 10,000 Names, okay? It's like this has to do with, you know, identity and different roles, the different hats that people wear and all of that kind of stuff. Okay? So it's like this right here, one challenge that they're facing right now, and something that they're a little uncomfortable about, is that this is all differentiated. It's not integrated into one whole. It's like this role is very distinct and separate from these two roles. When they're working, they're not necessarily feeling the happiness. They're not necessarily feeling that they're communicating something important. When they're feeling happy, they're not so much thinking about their work. They're not so much thinking about their communication. And when they're feeling expressive, they're not so much thinking about these other things. That doesn't mean that these won't influence others. They're probably happier at work than they normally would be, or that most people would be, okay? And they're also going to be more clear in the way that they express themselves. It's just that for them, it doesn't feel that way. For them, it feels very divided. So they're basically trying to kind of figure out how to integrate that into one whole person, okay? So they might be prone to feeling like they're being pulled in different directions lately, or that they're not really, you know, that they have to, basically, I mean, really, it's like they have to play these different roles, and it can be kind of taxing and exhausting for them. So something that would be helpful to them, that maybe you could provide to them, is letting them know that you see all three of these characteristics in them, you know. You know, for example, you must be really good at working with other people at work since you're so articulate. Or, you know, like, wow, what you said was really clear. I understood it, you know. Or I felt happy when I saw your post. Or I felt happy when I heard your speech. Or you know, I feel happy when I see that you can work so hard. You know, that kind of thing. Help them integrate it by talking about this in the sentences you say to this person, all right? Okay. All right, those of you who picked the purple pile, let's see how your person's feeling. Okay, we've got the Emperor. They're feeling kind of like they're being bound by rules, but at the same time they feel safe in that structure. Okay, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Something new is happening when it comes to the material world. This could be something that's gained or something that they're getting rid of. Okay, so for example, it could be like a raise, or it could be you know, donating clothes to charity. Okay, so there's just some shift in the material world that they're feeling good about. This is definitely a feeling good card. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, so you know, they're feeling really steady. They feel like they have a lot of resources. They feel a lot of abundance. It's more though that they don't really know what to do with that. Okay, but they're just recognizing that that's there. Okay, and I think that the reason why they don't know what to do with it is because they're kind of stuck in this like this rules, discipline kind of character with the Emperor there. Okay, very rigid kind of person. So with all of this very, very earthy imagery, okay, it feels like this person, what they need is to kind of get out of that physical sensory world and get into the more fluid, intuitive feeling and thinking world where things are more fluid and things don't have as much rules. Okay, one thing that you might be able to do to help them in this is to remind them about situations where it's, you know, where breaking the rules is what you're supposed to do. For example, jazz. Okay, you know, jazz, you know, people who are really good at playing jazz on instruments have learned all of the theory. They've learned all of the music theory. They've learned, you know, how to master their instrument and all of that. And once they've learned that, then they know how they can break the rules and make it fit. Okay, I feel like that's a really great example. And then we've got the Dark Mysteries as their Isis Oracle card. So basically what it is it's like this person has a few fears. This might be why they're restricting themselves so much. It might be why they have so much but they don't know what to do with it. But I really feel like they've got some fear. They've got some past trauma that they haven't fully released yet. Okay, and in order to really be prosperous, okay, like all of this very, very earthy, materialistic even energy is saying, is that they've got to release what's holding them back from that prosperity or from enjoying it, let's say. So what they need to do is they need to examine some of their shadow self. They need to examine some of their beliefs that aren't serving them anymore. They need to make certain that yeah, I mean, it's like they just need to make certain that they're rethinking some of their past trauma. Okay, so this might be something that they need to work through with a therapist. This might be something they'll work through in a relationship, or it just might be something that they're naturally working through. Okay, so it's going to be a combination of releasing any kind of old fears or old beliefs about their situation, and a combination of that and kind of getting them to, I guess, maybe lighten up a little bit. That's going to get them feeling, you know, optimal, okay? But right now, you know, they're feeling real good with the abundance and with this, you know, kind of new thing that's going on in the material world. They're just feeling restricted as well, okay? All right. Hi, pile number 6, those of you who picked the cat's eye. Here is we've got the Page of Wands, Strength, the King of Pentacles. Wow, this is a very balanced person. My goodness. And the card, we've got the Abundance of Sothis, okay? So they're having, basically they're doing a really good job of manifesting what they want, and they're experiencing a lot of abundance in their life, you know, not just material but also spiritual and intellectual and even emotionally. Okay, you're gonna find that this person has a kind of a higher drive or initiate, like they've got more initiative, more motivation right now. That's because they feel real fired up to, you know, get stuff done. They really want to take some action in their life. You know, some of them are going to be feeling more sexual lately, because this is also the card that I associate with sexuality. So just kind of keep that in mind, you know. But in general, this is just a person that's ready to act, okay? If you've been waiting for this person to kind of come forward maybe, or if you've been waiting for this person to, you know, you know, get a move on with their projects or whatever it is, they're ready to, okay? So they're going to be real receptive to it if you were to, like let's say that you were to remind them that they need to do that, you know, they'd be very receptive to that because that's what they want to do, okay? You're going to also notice that this person, you know, don't worry so much about offending them or putting them off in any way. Don't worry about having any kind of disagreements because they've worked really hard on understanding where other people are coming from. And they're going to be a lot more receptive to any kind of communication than I feel like you, the viewer, would think. I kind of feel like you, the viewer, might even feel like you have to be real careful with the way that you talk to this person. I hardly ever say something like this, but, you know, that's on you guys. You know, you guys are the ones that are creating that and imagining that. Really, this person's, you know, this person's gonna understand. They're gonna understand a lot more than what you might think. Okay. And then we also have the King of Pentacles, so this kind of reinforces this abundance right here. But the King of Pentacles, he's got everything. Okay. And I feel like this person has worked really, really hard to get where they are right now. They're feeling really positive about themselves, okay? They're feeling really good about themselves. And they're, even though they're feeling maybe a little bit more timid about interacting with other people, you know, when we've got this Strength card, they also, you know, they might be introverted, you know, or prone to more introverted behavior. But this person, you know, this person is going to be more receptive, okay? I also feel that only for some of you, not all of you, your person's trying to manage a situation, okay? And they've got it, they're almost to the point where they've got it managed. And this could be anything, okay? It could just be, it's just something that maybe they feel like they're not in control of. So this could be something as simple as maybe their diet or exercise to, you know, they're trying to manage, you know, how they feel about somebody, you know. I mean, it could be a whole lot of different things, but I do feel like, you know, they're making positive decisions, you know, they're feeling good. I'm not getting any negative feelings from this person, okay? All right, guys. Okay, those of you who picked the green pile, we have the Empress, the Page of Cups, and the Chariot. Okay, and we have Cartouche. Choose to release that which would lower your vibration to fear. Okay, so right now they're being very authentic. They're in a place where they're feeling very loving, very nurturing, and all of that good stuff. I mean, this person is in a great place. When we have the Empress, we have abundance, but we also have an appreciation and a gratefulness for what one has. Okay, so I do feel like this Empress energy is very positive, definitely helping them feel like, basically, like they can do anything, you know, they can do anything they put their mind to. They're feeling very positive about their future prospects, okay? Then we have the Page of Cups here, so, and that, especially coupled with the Chariot, you know, we've got this person who wants to express themselves emotionally, and they're coming forward with that emotional expression, okay? So that's where your person is at. That's how they're feeling. They're feeling ready. They're feeling ready to express themselves. They're feeling ready to move forward. They're feeling like they can manifest this. They're just in a very positive place right now. I do have to mention, when I see water, I think about long distance. This person might be a long distance relationship, you know, or somebody that you don't know, or somebody you know who doesn't live real close to you. But, you know, for those of you who that's not the case, you know, that's fine. You know, it's not like that's going to apply for all of you. Regardless, they want to move forward, okay? They want to move towards you, no matter what kind of difference, whether it's literal or metaphorical, that's in between the two of you, okay? Alrighty. Okay, those of you who picked red, here is your Okay, so we've got the Queen of Wands, very passionate person. Okay, we've got a very, very passionate person. Somebody who knows what they want and knows how to get it, you know, but also somebody who's very sensitive to the timing of that kind of thing. We also have, unfortunately, the Star in reverse. Okay, so this is letting me know that they might be in a place where they're starting to lose hope a little bit. Or they might be in a place where they feel kind of lost, like they don't have that direction. It's like they know what they want, but they don't really know how to go about getting it, you know? And that can be a really frustrating place to be in. And then we also have them ignoring some of their feelings, okay? It's not that they don't feel, it's just that they're kind of ignoring some of them. They're kind of trying to put their feelings on the shelf. And what's ending up happening is it's coming back, you know, more and more, and they're going to have to face it. So the card they got was the Spirit of Isis, okay? And it's like, this is basically saying, you know, don't give up, you know? This isn't true, okay? This person feels like this is true, but in reality, it should be in the upright position, saying, you know, they do have direction, they do have that way forward, they do have a destiny to fulfill, and it should be very clear, especially with this like Queen of Wands instinct that they have. Encourage them to think about, like, what do you want to do more than how do you want to do it. Once you kind of get an idea, like if you want to help them, once you get an idea of what they want to do, then you can help give them some information about how to get that done, you know? And as far as like ignoring feelings, you know, this is going to come, you know, this happens to every human being, okay? Every human being goes through something, or, you know, a series of somethings where it's just they can't be bothered by their feelings, you know, whatever it is. You know, sometimes it's something really big, like when my dad died, I just couldn't be bothered with certain kinds of feelings. I needed to focus on getting through my grief and basically achieving the basic obligations I had to myself and my children, right? And, you know, everybody gets to this point. And then there's been some times where, you know, I've, you know, maybe had a friend that was married, and maybe I started feeling, you know, some interest for that person, and then it's like, no, I can't, no, I'm not going to go there, I'm just not going to mess with that. And then, of course, the feelings come back to kind of bite me in the butt. And it's like, I did have to face those feelings. But once I faced them, then they were fine, you know, no problems. You know, just understand it is human nature to kind of push away feelings if they're really infringing on their ability to get some things done, or if they're infringing on their morals, okay? This is normal. Just know that if it seems like this person's like really emotionally numb for two to 4 weeks from your perspective, you might want to encourage them to maybe sort that out with a therapist or a professional that can help them get more in touch with that, okay? Alrighty, guys. Alright, those of you who picked the blue pile. Here's what we have. Knight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and Judgment. We've got some good stuff. Okay, so we've got a person that has been moving kind of slowly. They're feeling like they don't want to take too many risks, but they also are feeling more propelled by basically life circumstances to move faster, okay? They're feeling called, okay? They're feeling called to do something. This can be something like major, like they're on their life path and they know what they want, and they are feeling called, so this kind of slow energy is going to start speeding up a little bit. You know, the nature of what they're being called to do can vary. You know, this is a general reading, so I can't get into specifics here, but they are feeling called to do something, you know, really important in their life, you know. I feel like for a lot of them, this is going to be regarding a career, and for a very large amount of them, this is also going to be involving a relationship, okay? Because this person right here, the Knight of Pentacles, they tend to be ready to start a relationship, but like a serious one, an important one. Okay, so as far as like, this works really well for both love situations and career situations, okay? So we get the Lunar Queen as the Isis Oracle card, okay? So yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm just kind of reading the general. They're basically trying to get balanced right now. They know, they anticipate somehow, whether it's intuitively or they just have the information to know that their life circumstances are going to change soon. Like, and it feels like it's for the better. I don't get negative feelings with this, and it's like they're preparing for that, and they know that that's going to involve a shift in consciousness. So even though we've got this kind of earthly feeling here with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like that intuitive realm is being opened up to them, and they're thinking more, you know, they're thinking more abstract than necessarily really concrete, the way that the Pentacles can sometimes be, right? So yeah, this person's definitely ready. They're ready to kind of seize their own, like make their own luck, you know, and really follow that calling, okay? Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for staying till the end of my video. Those of you who did, I mean, I'm so thankful for you guys. It looks like I'm about to make another milestone on my subscribers, so I am so excited. Thank you guys so much. I love that I am inspiring you guys and helping you and getting so much positive feedback for this channel. It really helps me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I do want to say, you know, especially with these mini readings, they're quick, they're general, they're made for a public audience. They're not private readings. And I do want to say, if you ever want a more specific, a more personal reading, I do offer those. I offer them in different price points. So there should be an option for every budget. All right, guys. Again, anything you need to know about me is going to be in that description below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you at my next pick a card reading.